Let's start seated. Cross-legged, palms on your knees, sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale. And start to bring yourself into the room. Start to tune out all your distractions, thoughts and worries. Tuning into your breath, tuning into your body. And feel every inhale start to wash through you, cleansing your body from the inside out. Exhale, reverse the breath and pushing anything out that does not serve you. And again, inhale. And exhale. We start to clear our mind of any clutter, anything that isn't serving us in this moment. So maybe you want to take an imaginary broom and sweep the mind clear. And start to tune into your tension points. So we tend to hold on to stress in really subtle ways. So starting to drop those shoulders down away from the ears, allowing your neck to grow nice and long. Drawing the shoulder blades down the spine, releasing any tension that you're holding in that area. And allowing your face to become soft and gentle, letting go of tension that you might be feeling in the facial features. No furrowing of the brow, no frowning unnecessarily. Start to unlock your jaw. Drawing the tongue down away from the roof of the mouth. Unclenching those back teeth. Maybe your mouth hangs open ever so slightly. Maybe your tongue sticks out a little bit, like a little puppy. Allowing that whole area to just become completely relaxed, no tension. Notice the difference in how you sit, how you hold yourself, and how you feel. When you just unlock those key tension points, shoulders, facial features, jaw. And as you inhale, drawing the shoulders towards the earth, sit tall and allow your spine to lengthen, your neck to grow long. Grounding through your sit bones, but feeling light through the rest of your body, lifting through the chest, lifting through the spine. Drawing through the shoulders down towards the earth, but lifting. Inhale, feel that breath wash through. Exhale, release. And with every breath, we're going to try and teach our bodies to breathe that little bit deeper. So maybe you pause for a second at the top of your breath before reversing, using the full capacity of your lungs. And exhale. Let's start to gently mobilize our body. Gently roll the head from shoulder to shoulder. Starting to add a little bit of movement. And if you want to, you can feel free to just turn that into a full head roll. Completely optional. Rolling one way, rolling back the other. Bringing yourself back to center when you're ready. And take it to your shoulders, deep shoulder rolls up to your ears, down your spine. Let's really get into that shoulder girdle, up to your ears, down your spine, up to your ears, down your spine. And so you are drawing circles with those shoulder blades. Really nice indulgent rolls. Make them really deep, really big. Ears and spine. Really nice ears and spine. Lovely. Bring yourself back to center. Take a deep breath, bring those hands together at the front, interlace the fingers. Imagine you're hugging that giant beach ball, circle shape with the arms. Pull the shoulder blades apart at the back and drop the chin to the chest. And start to make a C shape out of your spine. So we're really feeling that stretch through the shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. Push the hands up towards the sky. As though you're pushing the air away, keep the neck long, the shoulders down. And we're going to start to hinge across to the left, stretching the right side of the body. Try and keep those bottoms down on the mat so your sit bones are staying planted as though you're super glued down. So you feel that right hip lifting. Draw yourself out of the stretch slightly. You can take your left hand to your right wrist as though you're trying to pull that arm across to the left side of the room. Try and keep that chest open, keep that body as though it's squashed between two panes of glass, nice and aligned, neck long, shoulders down, reaching, fingertips trying to touch the left side of the room. Feel that stretch from hip to fingertip. Inhale. Exhale. Gently back to center. Switch hands, right hand comes to your left wrist, start to hinge across, this time to the right. Fingers trying to inch towards the right side of the room. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, pull. Keep that bum down on the mat. Nice and planted, shoulders down and neck long. Feel that nice lateral stretch from hip to fingertip. Inhale. And exhale, reaching. Well done, really nice. Gently back to center. Arms out in line with your shoulders. Give those wrists a little wiggle. Wiggle those fingers and then draw your arms behind you. Pull those shoulder blades together at the back, opening that heart center, and breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And let's drop that right hand behind us like a secondary spine. So your right arm is being used as a support, but not a leaning post. Take your left hand to the outside of your right knee. We're going to take a little twist. So remember, if you're pregnant, please avoid this one. So starting to look over your right shoulder. Inhale, we lengthen to sit tall, and exhale, push that knee away. Twisting through your spine. So twists, they're lovely. They energize our body, energize our spine. And they also compress our organs, releasing any toxins. And when we let go of the twist, we're allowing fresh blood to flow through the body. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Take a nice deep breath. Bring that left hand behind you now. Nice and tall. Keep that left arm nice and straight. Shoulders down. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Start to gaze over your left shoulder and push that right knee away. Feel that twist through the spine, through the shoulders. Inhale. And then with every exhale, push that knee a little bit more, trying to gaze all the way behind you. When I was pregnant and I couldn't twist, it was the one thing I really, really missed about my practice. Inhale. It's such a lovely thing. It feels like you're almost unlocking part of the body. Deep breath. Gently back to center. Take those palms in front and bring yourself into an all fours position on your mat. Stack the joints, the wrists under shoulders, the knees under hips. Spread the fingers wide. Push down through your palms, your knees, and the tops of your feet as though you are pushing into the mat, energizing the mat. So you're almost lifting up. Feel like there's so much energy that you could fly away off the mat. That's how much you're pushing against, allowing that energy to almost lift you. Keep the spine straight, the core engaged. And if you are wanting to work into your core, what we're going to do is you are going to tuck those toes under, lift your knees about 10 centimeters off the mat, push into your heels. Keep the spine straight, the core engaged, pushing into your glutes, pushing into your heels, and hold. Breathe here. Really feel that engagement. Remember your breath. People tend to hold their breath in core and abs exercises, but your breath will really help guide you through it. And breathe. Keep that spine straight. Really feel that engagement, core and glutes. Inhale. And exhale. If you aren't lifting the feet, the knees, just still breathing into that mat. Inhale. And exhale. Well done. And give me one more here. Gently drop the knees and tuck the feet. Drop your navel to the floor, gaze up to the sky. Hollow out that lower back into your cow pose. Exhale, arching like a scared cat. Spread the shoulder blades. And again, inhale in your cow pose, opening your heart center, navel to the floor. Exhale, crown of the head down, cat pose. So if you enjoy this movement of your cat-cow, feel free to continue here, mobilizing your spine. And if you want to take it a little further, if you want to freestyle this movement, feel free. Get as weird as you like, get your wiggle on, get into your hips, get into your spine, get into your shoulders, your wrists, your neck, whatever feels good for you. Every little nook and cranny of your body that you want to wake up, go for that. Really, really get into all the corners of your body here. Use your breath to guide you through the movement. Maybe you want to draw circles with your body. Maybe you want to come all the way forward into your cobra and push back into your child's pose. And whatever you're doing, really use that breath, that nice deep breath, to just push you through the movement. It doesn't even have to be yoga what you're doing now. We're just trying to wake up our bodies, getting into every little corner. Neck, shoulders, wrists, fingers, toes. Every little part of your body that you want to move. Really nice, well done. And gently bringing yourself back to center. Push down through your palms. Tuck those toes under. And you're going to push up into your downward facing dog. First downward dog of the day. So what are we doing here? Let's start with bent knees. It's always nice to do our first downward dog at least with bent knees. And then we work on everything else that we need to do here. So spread the fingertips wide and make sure that middle finger is pointing off to the side. It's not pointing straight ahead. Push into the outside of your palms, your little fingers. Slightly soften the elbows. Draw the shoulders away from the ears and rotate the shoulders externally. This helps to avoid any rotator cuff injuries. You want a straight line from your tailbone all the way down and gazing between your legs at your belly button. Draw that belly button in towards the spine, heels towards the earth, feet hip width apart. And if you want to try and straighten your legs, then by all means do. We're going to start to get into our hamstrings and our calves. So inhale, raising up on the balls of your feet. Exhale, lower. Inhale, raising. Exhale, lower, really nice. And raising. And lower, really just loosening up. So if you've got tight hamstrings and calves, this is quite a simple one that just starts to loosen them. Lift and lower. And lift. And lower, really nice. And give me 3. Try and keep your body in that same down dog position. Try not to dip forward into a half plank. And lift. And lower once more for luck. Lift. Well done. And lower. Take a nice deep breath. Bring yourself all the way forward into your high plank. Make sure wrists under shoulders, body in a nice straight line, core engaged. Inhale. Exhale, push back, downward dog. Lovely. And inhale, forward into your high plank, core engaged. Exhale, back, downward dog. Inhale, wave forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really nice. Inhale, bring yourself forward. Exhale, downward dog. Lovely. And inhale. If you want to add a little bit here, you can do dropping the knees, bum, and heels. So it's like a little circle. So we go plank, knees, bum back towards the heels, up into your downward dog. And we're just going to do 4 of those. Plank, knees, bum, down, dog, and plank. Knees, bum, and down, dog, and plank. Knees, bum, down, dog, and last one. Knees, bum, down, dog. Well done. Take a deep breath. Send that right leg up towards the sky, pointing the toes. Draw the knee in towards the chest. And then send it back into your 3-legged dog. Inhale, draw the knee towards the right elbow. Exhale, 3-legged dog. Inhale, the knee comes across to the left. Exhale, 3-legged dog. Well done. And again to center. And back, 3-legged dog. Well done. And to the right. And back, 3-legged dog. And to the left.
and back, three-legged dog once more to center, and back, and three-legged dog, and to the right, and back, three-legged dog, and to the left, and back, three-legged dog. And if you want to, you can stay in your three-legged dog. You're also very welcome to bend that right knee, gazing underneath your right armpit. And if it's in your practice, you can walk the whole way over into your wild thing pose. I'm just going to tuck my t-shirt in. Coming up on the ball of your right foot. Is it my right foot? Yes. When I'm upside down, I don't really know. On the ball of your right foot, left foot flat, left hand flat. Reach back with that right hand. If this is in your practice, wherever you are now, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bring yourself back into your three-legged dog. Push forward into a plank position, dropping that right foot. You're going to lift the left hand, bring yourself into your side plank on the right, and just reach that right foot out into your fallen triangle. So from the front, this is how it's going to look. Your right hand on the mat, your left foot on the mat, right leg out in front and left arm up. Make sure those shoulders are stacked. So what you want to avoid is bringing that arm forward or back. You want arms in a nice straight line, shoulders stacked. Take a nice deep breath. Bring that right leg back into your plank position and push back. Downward facing dog. Same thing now on the other side. Send that left leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Inhale, drop forward. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale to the left elbow. Exhale to three-legged dog. Inhale across to the right. Exhale, three-legged dog. And again, center and three-legged dog. And to the left. And three-legged dog. And across to the right. And three-legged dog. And to center. And three-legged dog. Well done. And to the left. And three-legged dog. And across to the right. Three-legged dog, and either holding here or bending that left knee, gazing underneath your left armpit into your, well, I heard the other week that this was called wagging the tail. And if you want to as well, you can walk the whole way over. Take your wild thing pose, lift those hips high. On the ball of your left foot, reach back, lovely. Wherever you are, give me 5, 4, gorgeous, 3, 2, and 1. Wild thing. Slip back into your three-legged dog. And everyone from three-legged dog, bring yourself down into a high plank. Drop that left foot. All the way now onto the left-hand side. Bring yourself into that side plank. Take that left foot out. Fallen triangle. So I'm just going to switch sides. Also, I have no idea where my hairband is, so please excuse my crazy hair today. So lift that left foot coming out, arms in line, take a nice deep breath, drop back down, plank position. And from your plank position, now is when we're going to start getting into our core, dropping down onto your forearms. Forearm plank core engage. You're also very welcome to stay in your plank if you really would prefer that. So from here, we're going to do our hip dip. So it's a little core burner. So we dip our hips to either side of the mat. We're going to do that 10 times. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back to your forearm plank. We're going to find our edge, so we're going to push ourselves up onto our tippy toes and back 8 times. Let's go. 1, and back. 2, and back. Find your edge. 3, and back. 4, and back. 5, and back. 6, and back. Well done. 7, and back. And 8. And drop those knees, heels together, knees apart. Take a little child pose and breathe. Forehead to the mat. Really nice. And gazing straight ahead between your hands, you're going to push your chest along the mat. Lift those sit bones up towards the sky. Into your extended puppy pose. So feet and knees parallel like train tracks out behind you. Sit bones up. Chest down onto the mat. Here we're stretching our abdomen, we're stretching our chest, We're stretching the backs of our hamstrings and we're getting into our shoulders. So you can come up onto your fingertips if you want to, gazing between your palms, always, always gazing between your hands. So coming up onto your fingertips will get you deeper into your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath here. As you exhale, place the palms flat, draw that chest all the way along the mat and bring yourself into your Sphinx pose. So your Sphinx pose, you're kind of going to be looking like one of those little statues in Egypt. Palms flat, arms parallel. So your forearms down on the mat. You're very welcome to take Cobra as well, which will bring you into a little deeper back bend. So those of you with a super bendy back, what you want to do is draw those palms slightly back and lift the forearms off the mat, get deeper into your spine. So both Sphinx and Cobra are great for lower back pain. What I want you guys to remember in these stretches is that it's not just the top half of your body that needs to be activated. So I want you to activate that lower body as well. Point those toes so the knees lift off the mat. You're going to feel that engagement in the lower back, in your glutes and your hamstrings. And breathe here. And if you want to add a little bit of movement, we're going to inhale, drop forward. Exhale, lift. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lift. And forward. Exhale, lift. And dropping forward. And exhale, lift. Well done. And give me one more of those. And lift. Really nice. Push down through your palms. Push up into an upward facing dog. So from the tops of your feet, lift those thighs. Inhale. Exhale. Push the bum up towards the sky. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. Send that right leg up towards the sky. Draw the right knee forward. Plant the right foot and bring yourself up into a high lunge position. Make sure hips are under shoulders. That right ankle underneath the right knee, arms in line with your ears. Sink into that front knee bend. So this is a really good one for nice healthy knees. It's good for your balance. Deep breath here, inhale. Exhale, drop the palms and then in one swift movement, you're going to send that foot all the way back. Three-legged dog. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the knee forward, plant the foot. Arms in line with the ears, high lunge. Gaze straight ahead. Inhale. Exhale, plant the palms. One swift movement. Send that leg all the way back. Three-legged dog, well done. Inhale. Exhale, bring that flat foot forward. Plant the foot. Arms in line with the ears, high lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, plant those palms. Send that leg all the way back. Into your three-legged. And last time, drop that foot. High lunge. Arms in line with the ears. Gorgeous. Take a nice deep breath here. I'm just going to switch sides so you can see what we're going to do next. Take a nice deep breath. You're going to straighten both legs. So straightening your front leg. Drop your hands onto your hips. Lovely. And you're going to start to hinge forward. Keep the spine straight. Keep the core engaged. If you want to, you're very welcome to step that back foot in slightly so that there's not such a wide space between the legs. Start to hinge forward with a flat back. Make sure those hips stay squared to the front. So you don't want to start opening that hip on the left side, giving yourself a naughty hip opener. You want to start bringing yourself forward. And if you want to, you can reach those arms out in front in line with your ears. Make sure the shoulders are away from the ears though. Coming down into a flat back, stopping at halfway. And you can either keep those arms out in front, or you can bring them behind you, take a little shoulder stretch. Or you can even take a reverse prayer behind your back. Really nice. Keep that spine nice and flat. Keep those hips squared to the front, pyramid pose. Inhale, core engaged. Really nice. Drop those palms down on either side of the front foot and start to hinge forward, gluing your torso towards that thigh. Try and keep a nice flat back if you can. And really feel that nice intense stretch through the hamstring. Try and make sure there's a nice equal distribution of weight between the feet. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Slightly bend that front knee, lift the back leg, and you're bringing yourself into your standing split. And I'm just putting my head in a plant, so I'm just going to move to this side. So you should be in your standing split. So standing split for most of us is just going to look like more of an L shape. We're just going to do a little bit of balance here. So we're just going to bend both knees and drop that right knee towards your left ankle, and then straighten, and drop, and straighten. And let's go for 3, and straighten, and 2, and straighten, and 1, and straighten. Drop that left foot. Bring yourself into your Uttanasana, forward fold, slight soften of the knees, drawing the torso towards the thighs. And if you want to, you can pop your hands underneath your feet. We're stretching our shoulders, our spine, and our hamstrings here. Good one to do before or after you're running. So as always, really, really important thing in yoga, make sure that your spine is straight. And if your spine has a curve, bend your knees. Much better to have bent knees and a straight back than a curve in the spine and straight legs. A lot of lower back pain and yoga injuries come from people trying really hard to straighten their legs and end up curving their spine for no reason. So take a nice deep breath here and really just enjoy that nice hamstring stretch without putting extra pressure on your spine and on your hamstrings. And over time, you can start to straighten them. Take a deep breath. Untuck the hands from your feet. Slight bend in the knees. And you're going to bring yourself up into your chair pose. So, chair pose. If you want to, you can maintain a slight curve in your spine. Dropping those shoulders away from the ears, arms in line with your ears. Set your weight into your hip sockets and your heels. So you want 80% of your weight in your heels so that if you lifted your toes off the mat, you wouldn't notice any difference in your posture. Your knees don't want to go past your toes, so that's why you want to pop some weight in your hips. Imagine that you're sitting in an imaginary chair. Engage that core. Inhale. And exhale, sit into that imaginary chair. Anyone that does want to go a little further here, drop those toes down onto the mat and lift up onto your toes. So sitting in that imaginary chair, but balancing on those toes. Try and keep the feet together, heels and balls of the feet touching, knees touching. Dropping down into that imaginary chair. And with every breath, we're going to take 5 breaths. I want you to sit deeper into the chair and never bring the knees past your feet. So 1, and exhale. 2, and exhale. 3, exhale. 4, exhale. And 5. Exhale, drop those palms down on either side of that front foot. Take a nice deep breath and either step, float, or jump back into your plank position. You can either push straight back up into your downward facing dog or hug those elbows in, come down through your chaturanga. Push forward, upward facing, and pushing back. Downward facing dog, really nice. Deep breath, left leg comes all the way up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Inhale, draw the knee towards the chest, plant that left foot, arms in line with your ears, high lunge. Sink into that front knee bend and make sure the knee is above the ankle, hips under shoulders, inhale. Exhale, placing the palms on either side of that front foot and swiftly move that left leg back, 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, the knee comes forward, placing the foot nice and flat, grounding through that left foot, arms in line with the ears. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, plant those palms down on either side and one swift movement, 3-legged dog. Inhale here. Exhale, plant the left foot, arms up in line with the ears. Sinking into that front knee bend, inhale. Exhale, last time, palms down, one swift movement, 3-legged dog. Inhale. And exhale. Dropping that foot, bring the arms up in line with the ears, high lunge, bring the hands down onto your hips, finger and thumbs on your hip bones, and straighten that front leg. So if you want to step that back leg in slightly, be my guest. Make sure both feet are facing straight ahead, both hips are straight ahead. So what you want to avoid here is opening out your hip. So it's very, very tempting to kind of open our hip out to the right, but try and keep them facing straight ahead. That way, you'll get a much more even stretch. Keeping that finger and thumb on your hips, you're going to start to hinge at the hips into your pyramid pose, keeping your spine flat. Keep that core engaged. Bring yourself to halfway. And when you do, the options are arms in line with your ears, reaching the mat. Take a little shoulder stretch behind you, or bring yourself into a reverse prayer. If that is what you'd like to do, make sure those hips stay facing straight ahead. Make sure there's an equal distribution of weight between the feet. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And once more. Exhale. Bring both hands down on either side of that front foot, or you can take your hands to your ankle or your calf. Start to hinge yourself forward, drawing that torso onto your thigh. Try and keep that spine straight if you can. Pyramid pose. Nice deep hamstring stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Take a deep breath. Really, really bring yourself even deeper into the stretch. Then place the palms flat. Slight bend in the knee as you lift that back leg, right leg lifted into your standing split. And ready, bending both knees. You're going to drop the right knee towards the left ankle and lift. And again, 3 and lift, 2 and lift, and 1. And lift, drop both feet down, bring yourself into your Uttanasana, forward fold, soften the knees, torso to the thigh, tuck your hands underneath your toes, drawing the crown of the head towards the mat, stretching out your hamstrings, your spine, your shoulders, and breathe deeply into that stretch. Really feel that hinge at the hips, and don't worry about straightening your legs. If it's not in your practice today, do not worry about it. One more breath. Untuck those hands. Bring the feet together, balls of the feet and the heels touching, knees touching, slight bend in the knees. And bring yourself up into your chair pose. So maintain a very slight curve in the spine. Pop some weight into your hip sockets and 80% of your weight into your heels. So if you lifted your toes, it wouldn't change where you are. Knees do not go past the toes. Arms in line with the ears. Sink into that imaginary chair. And those of you wanting to go deeper, you can come up on your heels, up on your toes. And we're going to take 5 deep breaths, and with every breath I want you to sink deeper into that chair, making sure the knees don't go past the toes, core engaged. Inhale. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 2. Exhale. And last one. Exhale, sink nice and deep. Drop those palms down on either side of the front feet. Take a deep breath. Either step, float, or jump back into your plank position. Either pushing straight back up into your downward dog, or taking a little vinyasa. Elbows in, come down through chaturanga. Push forward, upward facing dog. And push back. Downward facing. Slight bend in the knees, gaze straight ahead. Step, float, or jump through into a seated position on your mats. Feet planted in front of you, knees bent. We're going to take our boat pose. Nice one for your abs, good for your core. So you've got 3 options here. Option 1, palms behind you. You're going to lift those feet into a tabletop position. Keep that spine nice and straight. And the neck long. And you can keep your hands on the mat. Option 2, lifting your hands. Make sure you stay nice and straight and the spine, core engaged. Balancing on your sit bones. Option 3, straight the legs. And they will probably shake. And let's hold 5. Well done. 4. Really nice. 3. 2. And 1. Gently give yourself a little hug. Draw those knees in towards you. Deep breath. And then we're going to start to straighten out nice and slowly. I want you to really, really slowly straighten out and start to bring that back flat onto the mat, but keep the feet raised. Drawing your fingers as though you're trying to reach the toes. Keep the head and chest lifted. Feel that engagement in the core. This is your dish pose, so spine's flat, feet are lifted. Hands reaching towards the toes, head and shoulders lifted. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let go. Oh, take a breath. Knees in towards your chest, up and asana. Give yourself a little rock, a little hug, rocking from side to side. And then bring your arms out on either side. Take your legs into a tabletop position. Little supine twist. So remember, if you're pregnant, no twisting. Drop those knees over to the left, gaze to the right. Reach those right fingers out. Always looking in the opposite direction that we send our legs, and that way we get the twist from the base of the spine up to our neck. And breathe, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And let's switch sides. Send those legs over to the right, gaze to the left. Gazing down those left fingers and breathe, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Bringing yourself back to center. Start to straight those legs and straight the arms. You guys should know the drill by now. Arms reaching, toes pointing, fingers pointing, reaching from one side of the room to the other. Imagine someone's got you by the fingers, someone's got you by the toes. You can't let go. You're being pulled. They're trying to add inches onto your body. So much tension in every part of the body, including your face. Everything I've told you not to do, I want you to do it now. So drawing those shoulders up towards the ears. Give yourself a million double chins. Screw that face up. Make the ugliest face you've ever made in your life. Reaching. Pour all of your physical tension into this stretch. And while we're here, we're going to pour all our mental tension in as well. So anything that's annoying you, anything that's getting you down, making you angry or upset, throw it into this stretch. We're going to take it and build it up into a big old tension bomb, throw it back out into the universe. It's not a permanent fix, but it's so nice to do, especially at the end of the day when we're coming up to bedtime, winding down for the evening, reaching, throw it all in. Mental tension, physical tension, stretching, reaching from one side of the room. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let go, bring those arms down by your side. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale. And if you need to get anything, water, socks, jumpers, cushions, blankets, dim the lights, pop on some music, whatever you would like to do for your Shavasana, please feel free to do that now. And as always, if you do not wish to stay for Shavasana, that is absolutely fine. I know it's not for everyone. Find a nice comfortable space. Pregnant ladies, please make sure you're lying on your left hand side of the cushion between your knees. Everyone else, melt down into your mat. Close your eyes when you've found your space. Palms open, fingers unraveling, feet falling open. Close those eyes and just bring yourself back to where you were at the beginning of the class. No thoughts, no worries. Tuning out all outside distractions. Maybe take that imaginary broom again and just sweep the mind clear of any clutter, any wandering thoughts. Anything not serving you in this moment. Let's take a nice deep inhale, feel it wash through you. Exhale, release. Just check in with those key tension points. Making sure that the shoulders are down, away from the ears, feeling those shoulder blades glide down the mat, melting into the ground.
as they melt away from your ears, allowing your neck to grow long. Make sure that those facial features are soft and gentle. Jaw unlocked, back teeth not touching, and tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Feel your head become light, free of clutter and thoughts, free of any worries, forgetting everything you did before or need to do after, and just taking these few minutes for you. Drawing your attention down towards your feet and feeling your feet fall open. Ankles, calves, knees and thighs. Light weights on the mat. From the base of your spine all the way up, feeling each vertebrae ripple down into the mat one by one. All the way up to your shoulders. Feel those shoulders draw further down the mat, melting into the earth like lava. Arms at your side, lightweight, palms open and fingertips unraveled. Allow your neck to become long, your head to become light. No frowning, no furrowing the brow. Just gentle features, soft jaw. And finally, take your attention to your chest and your abdomen. Allow that slow and steady rhythm of your breath to just guide you into a deep sense of calm. Feeling that slow rhythm, the rise and fall. Allow that to be your focus. Tuning out everything else. Feeling yourself melt into the mat to the rhythm of your breath. And enjoy these moments just for you as you inhale and exhale. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes to draw awareness back into your body. Drawing your knees in towards your chest and gently rocking from side to side to release your spine on the mat. Bringing yourself all the way over onto the right hand side into a fetal position. Gently bring yourself up to seated on your mat, palms on your knees and shoulders down. And let's take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And again, inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to let out a deep sigh. And again, once more, inhale. Biggest sigh. Let it all go. Draw those palms together at your heart center. Thank you all so much for practicing with me this evening. As always, you're an absolute delight. I hope you have a lovely rest of your Saturday evening. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. Namaste. And remember, guys, that tomorrow is Sunday, I think. I'm pretty sure tomorrow's Sunday. So that means that we've got Sunday morning flow, which is at 10:15. So those of you on Facebook, that flow is only on Zoom, but you can sign up via the Our Plants website. It is free, obviously. And then we've got the evening class again at 7:30. So have a lovely rest of your evening and see you tomorrow.